Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading, in particular, mystery reading number 891. My name is Elizabeth, and before getting into this reading, chances are that most of the people watching this video are not subscribed, so if you are a reoccurring viewer, you enjoy my work, and would like to help support the growth of my channel, feel free to do so by sticking around and hitting that notification bell down below if you feel called to. If you do decide to subscribe and stick around, welcome and thank you very much. So I'm feeling a little bit giggly right now because something funny happened today. Someone here might relate to the idea that someone thinks that they can manipulate you, or that they have control over you in some way. But it's funny because it's so far from the truth. I feel like you can see their manipulation tactics. You can see what they are trying to do. And I did bark a little bit, which if you've been around, you know that is about letting go, releasing someone or something. So this could be a specific person that you need to let go of, or self-doubt or fear that you need to release something from within. Only take what resonates. But I am laughing alongside with you, even if I don't know what's going on in your situation, because it's happening for me too. And it is funny. But anyway, getting into interpreting the number 891, number 8 itself is about letting go of someone or something, trusting that whatever is lost will be replaced. And I keep wanting to laugh because it's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. I don't want to share it because it's personal. But I'm right there with you, whoever needs it. I feel like the number 8 is confirmation to walk away from whatever I was talking about before, from the burp that you need to release something from within, or a person. Or maybe you need to accept that you don't have control over something or someone or something that's happening to you that you feel is meant to mess with your head. I feel like the best thing you can do right now is trust yourself. It's funny because for me it's ironic. Someone here might be trying to weaponize your faith. Butterflies might be significant for someone. That can be about change and transformation, or whatever it means for you, depending on how you interpret things. But the number 9 is about purpose and helping the world release what no longer works. It is important to cut ties with thoughts, feelings, beliefs, people, or tangible material things that think they can get away with confusing you. Even if it's your own thoughts, there's a part of you that thinks that it's capable of not being honest with yourself. I want to say that you are a smart person. And if you see a pattern, don't let someone or something try to convince you that you are paranoid. Because a pattern is a pattern. And of course, in some cases, it can be projection. Use your judgment. But that's just there for somebody who has been made to feel crazy for questioning someone or something's integrity. You're allowed to ask questions, and you're allowed to ask for what you need to foster trust. That doesn't make you crazy. And now I'm thinking of something that was stuck in my head that I heard from a gamer. It goes, crazy? I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. A rubber room. A room full of rats. Rats make me crazy. Crazy? I feel like this reading is like, it's a little bit humorous for somebody who you just see the nonsense and you know you're not crazy. So let yourself laugh at it. This brings me to the number 1, because number 1 is about trusting yourself, and that number 1 is what feels ironic, and that made me laugh. So you can trust yourself in what you know, what you feel, what you're seeing, what you believe. Don't manipulate yourself, don't gaslight yourself, and don't let others manipulate you or gaslight you. Trust yourself, believe in yourself. I feel like this could potentially be really healing for somebody, for your inner child. Maybe that's why it's a little bit giggly, because your younger self kind of knows, like, this is okay. Did I miss anything with the number 9? Yeah, it's very important that you let go of deceptive people or situations. Because the more that people do that, the more isolated that nonsense will become, and the less opportunity we'll have to grow and to spread. So cut it off. The person, the situation, whatever it is that's trying to deceive you. Let yourself walk away and represent humanity's willingness to walk away from deception. Adding up these numbers, 8 plus 9 is 17, and 17 plus 1 is 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. So there's really strong confirmation here about purpose and helping the world release what no longer works. It feels like this is emphasis on the fact that letting go is not just about you and your personal situation. It's very much part of it. But it's also about the collective and understanding how much of an impact you have individually, because how connected we all are. Let me think for a second. I don't know, maybe you already do feel led by a certain sense of purpose, and this is just confirmation. And if you don't see purpose in walking away and the impact that you have, definitely encourage you to take a deeper look at that and what it could mean. Because I believe that whatever we do personally reflects what humanity does on a greater scale. Simply because of how connected we are, because we do have an impact on each other, even if we don't want to admit it. With me clearing my throat there, feels like your throat chakra is significant. It might be important for you to figure out how to use your voice. You just hear that sneezing in the background. That was my sister. And sneezing for me is a sign of blessings, because bless you. So I feel like learning how to use your voice, number 13, can be significant as well, but learning how to use your voice it has the potential to attract a lot of abundance, good luck, good karma, good relationships, that type of thing. Makes a lot of sense though to be talking about using your voice, because it's not just between others, it's also with yourself. Creating a clear line of communication with yourself feels significant. We all need to be heard. Truly. I'm going to start wrapping up this reading by drawing out a card from the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot to see what else wants to come through for you and how it relates to number 891. Oh, we have justice. Search for truth, new perspectives, think through decisions. Me clearing my throat again. Honesty, truth, being honest with your voice, with your actions, with your intentions. I really feel here that you are being called to create justice, first and foremost for yourself, by walking away from people, places, and things that you don't deserve to be connected with. But this is also about creating justice for humanity. It just really confirms, more than this reading already has, that walking away using your voice, it's bigger than you. I do think it's interesting that Jack Skellington is sitting up at a podium there, about to use his voice, about to speak. Maybe you feel like you are called to speak in front of a group of people. And I just burped again. So maybe there's some fears about speaking in front of a group of people. Fear, it can be complex to work through or deal with, but to put it in the most simple, basic way, you have two options when it comes to fear. You either accept that it's there and let it be, or you change your perspective to try to get rid of the fear. It really, really just depends on your situation, or wait, never mind. 3 options, you can do all 3. Or both. I've personally learned that fear, no matter what context it's in, one of the most alleviating things you can do is simply just accepting that it's there. Because I feel like trying to get rid of it or change it, it can make it worse. So maybe it first starts with acknowledgement and acceptance, and then changing your perspective. It is important to focus on the positive, the good possibilities, but it's also okay to consider the negative or the bad possibilities. You just can't let yourself be consumed by either or, because you truly don't know. I feel like this is more about finding acceptance and peace for the unknown than a specific outcome, really. The Justice card has the number 11 on it, and 1 + 1 is 2. And the number 2 can be confirmation to release someone or something, to restore balance, or to create a deeper sense of balance from within or in your life that you have never felt before. This number 2 can also be about priorities, focusing on what means the most to you, that makes a lot of sense in the context of justice. You can be the person who forces justice, but that first starts for you in your own life. And maybe you do feel called to share your story and what you're doing, to inspire others to do the same or similar. This is confirmation of that. Or it could be a potential for you that you didn't even know about. But this card is basically saying that to bring justice to others, you first need to bring it to yourself. And it just further reinforces the message to let go, to trust the sense of purpose that you feel led by, or to find a sense of purpose and letting go, finding deeper meaning in that release, and trusting yourself. I think the biggest way that you could bring yourself justice is trusting yourself and not letting yourself trust others more, or other sources, or whoever's or whatever is trying to deceive you. Trust yourself and believe in yourself, because it can be you who serves justice. It really can.